Assistant Coach, how are you guys doing? It's me, Johnny Sports, and welcome back to the channel. Now, today, my friends, we have a different type of video. In today's video, I want to talk to you guys about what has happened on FIFA 21 so far on the channel. One thing I can tell you is we have gained over 11,000 subscribers in this month, which is amazing, considering the fact that we haven't actually changed much about the way that we run our career modes. We have done rebuilds and all of that good stuff. Wonder Kid rebuilds, which are going to now be cancelled. We're going to go with a new, not cancelled, but ended. We're going to go back to the Sprint to Glories, which you guys are looking forward to a lot. So I am looking forward to it as well. The Sprint to Glories should be lots of fun. I've been thinking about going for 2 episodes of Sprint to Glory. Let me know what you guys think about that one, because that way I'll be able to get the Sprint to Glories out more often, because regularly the Sprint to Glories take up at least 1 or 2 days of going through simulations and all of that stuff. So I was thinking maybe just going 1 episode, we go for like 3 to 4 seasons, and then we continue the rest later on. That's maybe something that we want to do. And let me know in the comments down below if you guys would be okay with me splitting Sprint to Glories in 2 episodes. So let me know in the comments. Now, one thing that I wanted to tell you guys is I really enjoyed my time with Liverpool career mode. But the reason why not much has changed when we had the Liverpool career mode was because I didn't want to put everything new that I had in terms of ideas into a career mode where I knew it's only going to last 1 season no matter what. So we only managed to win the FA Cup in that one. And I just knew I had to do something different. Obviously, Liverpool is always massive at the beginning of the year. I mean, it got us 11,000 subscribers. I mean, come on, boys. That's massive. So we want to keep on going with that type of momentum. And the career modes that I want to do from this point on, I already have a couple of ideas. Now, first of all, the Road to Glory career mode, like we had last year with Leyton Orient, that is going to be a little bit later down the line. I am thinking about starting that one around Christmas time. That's the time that I'm personally aiming for. So I hope you guys are going to be okay with that, because I feel like it's a little bit too early to get into a massive Road to Glory yet. We're going to go ahead and try our best staying in the Premier League. And in this video, you guys will have to help me out to decide which team we are going to be picking up for this specific career mode, because I want this to be a 2 to 3 season career mode where we actually have to put in a lot more time into it than we did with the Liverpool career mode, and where we can actually grow players and enjoy their growth in the end as well. So there are a couple of teams that I've been thinking about. Let me give you my thoughts in this one. And trust me, this new career mode that is coming is going to be a little bit different than the Liverpool one, because as I said, it was the first career mode that we got to record on FIFA 21, and I wanted to go the old trusted way on that one, on the first one. The second series that we're going to do now, which is probably going to last longer than the Liverpool career mode, we're going to put a few spicy things in there. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. The first team that comes to my mind where I genuinely just know we would have to put a lot of time into this one to make it a really good team, to be able to fight for titles within the Premier League, is Aston Villa. In my opinion, this team, obviously, as a Liverpool fan, I know how good this team can be, especially with their captain Grealish right here. I would love to try out this squad. I think this squad with the likes of Watkins, Grealish, Trezeguet, McGinn, Barkley now having joined as well, with the likes of Douglas Luiz, who we have used in previous career modes. This team is the perfect opportunity to go into a career mode within the Premier League and still have so much growth that needs to be done to be able to challenge for any titles. You guys have seen me with the Liverpool team on ultimate difficulty with competitor mode turned on. I could not win the title. I could not win the Champions League title. So this is going to be so hard, and I am so looking forward to it, because I know this for a fact. You guys love it when I struggle. You guys love it when I suck, when I just am not good enough to win titles. As soon as my team starts winning games back to back to back to back, the views go down. People love seeing me struggle. So in my opinion, obviously, in real life, Aston Villa is doing a madness right now. 3rd position in the Premier League. In real life, they are great. In game, though, this team is not competitive. This team is nowhere near good enough to be able to compete for the title. I mean, we don't even have to think about it. So And also potentially in real life, of course, they're not able to do it. But right now, they are in that third position. So we got to give them their props. I mean, they smashed Liverpool 7-2. So what am I supposed to say here? But genuinely, I think this would be such a fun career mode to do because there are plenty of players that we can get rid of and plenty of players whose career we could potentially turn back around again. Players like El Ghazi right here who could get a lot more playtime. Wesley, maybe he can revive his career. Or we're just going to stick with the new ones in the team. Watkins coming in, Ross Barkley coming in. Can we get this team to win titles? That is the question. That is, yeah, something that I would like to answer. I would love to jump in there with Aston Villa and try my best with this squad and have seasons upon seasons of us improving the team and then finally getting to a point where we can actually challenge the likes of Liverpool, Manchester City, and all those guys and potentially go for a title. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this one. I think I will actually have a poll in the description. The first line of the description, there will be a poll where you can vote. So don't forget, sadly, YouTube's feature in the top right, I think they have taken away the poll ability, which is, I don't know why they're doing that, but we're going to put it into the description down below just to make sure you can vote there. This is the first option. Another option that would be extremely exciting to do would be Southampton, in my opinion. I genuinely think this team, especially with the likes of Danny Ings, this team has so much potential. With Ward-Prowse in that midfield, we just need to bring in someone that I like more than Romeo into that squad. Redmond, who is a class player. We can do so many things with this team. So many upgrades that are possible for the squad. Once again, another team that has some great players, but we could make it so much better and challenge for titles within the Premier League within a couple of seasons. Again, no way am I going to be able to fight for titles from the get-go. Maybe the Caribbean Cup. You know, maybe we might be able to do that. But all these teams that I'm going to give you guys as options, I believe all these teams are around the same level, and it will take multiple seasons to get them to those title aspiring moments. And in my opinion, Southampton is another great team to go for. A team that has been brought to a new level by Pochettino, then obviously left to Spurs, and they have been able to hold themselves within the Premier League. And I genuinely think it is worth a shot with the main man up top, Danny Ings, carrying the squad the way that he's doing right now. I think we genuinely would have such a great time with Southampton. And all these career modes that I'm suggesting right now, they have the Crystal Palace feel about them. In my opinion, all of these that I'm suggesting could turn out to be the next Crystal Palace type of thing, especially with the plans that I have, with the way I want to get you guys involved. A lot of the suggestions on the Liverpool career mode are going to be coming into this one, so make sure to make the proper choice right here and give me a good idea of what we want to see. One thing that I'm going to tell you, by the way, is if the voting is too close, like if there's no clear winner, I am just going to go ahead and make the decision at the end. If it's like 30% this team, 30% this team, and then one has 20, the other one has like a little bit more, and then I have to make the decision, I will make the decision if it's just so close, just so you guys know. So if it's only edging out by one vote, that's not how it's going to work. just so you guys understand and aren't surprised when the time comes around. But Southampton, as I said, looks like a very good team with plenty of good enough players for now, but definitely a lot of upgrades that needs to be done in order to be able to move this team towards title aspirations. I mean, we have someone like Che Adams, who I will definitely play above Long. Che Adams with the pace, with the youth, he could turn out to be an absolute monster for us, especially with the development system. I actually would love to try out this squad, and Ward-Prowse would be the captain carrying this team forward. If you guys remember, we had him at Crystal Palace as well back in the day, and he was a beast. So we also have some old legends, so to say. We have Theo Walcott right here, and then we have DJ Nepo. So Nepenthes is going to be playing in the squad as well. So yeah, plenty of good things about this team that I think would be very interesting to have a career mode based around. And the youth academy, by the way, in these career modes is going to be big as well. We're definitely going to be bringing up some youth academy talents to make sure that we build the future for the squad, not just the now. But this is the second option. Southampton is number 2. Moving on from those teams, Premier League teams, to the second Portuguese national team. Yes, it is. It is the squad of Wolves. I think this team looks class, okay? This team is definitely the best one out of the suggestions that I'm going to make right now. This team is the closest to winning any titles in the future because you do have the likes of Jimenez, you do have Moutinho, you do have Neves, Semedo now, a new signing, and of course you have Adama freaking Traore with his pace and strength running down that wing and potentially absolutely ruining opponents. But then again, we have seen often enough Wolves is not good enough to challenge for any titles in England at the moment, but they are building a quite interesting project with their current captain, Cody, the Liverpool man right there, currently playing for the squad. This team has so many great talents, so many youngsters that have so much growth in them that we could turn into absolute beasts in the development plans. Players like Adama Traore right here, if we just focus on his shooting, this guy could turn out to be so freaking good. One of the world's best. We could potentially go for Ballon d'Ors with that man, just saying. So just think about this one as the third option, a team that clearly is above the first two teams in terms of Aston Villa and Southampton, a team that has progressed a little bit further but still needs so much improvement. I mean, just look at the defense. We have a 62 pace centre back, at 47 pace centre back, a 62 pace centre back right there, with the average age of like 29. That is not good enough. And then also, if you look at the bench, the good thing about this career mode and the fun thing as well would be that we have some class talents in there with the likes of Silva in that bench with that 18-year-old with the age of 18 on him. And then we also have Kiana Hoover, who has just joined from Liverpool, so that would be another fun one to have. And of course, with the Wolves career mode, we would mainly focus on bringing in players from Portugal. Okay, so any player that has played in the Portuguese league already instantly becomes an option for us. And of course, any player that is of the Portuguese nationality also would be a very good option for this team. So technically this would be like a long sprint to glory, so to say, but obviously I would not just focus on those nations and leagues. We would obviously bring in players from other leagues as well. We will not just focus on one thing, but just so you know, we would try and keep it within the Wolves plan and build a team the way they want to, because obviously Jimenez ain't Portuguese, we all know that, and that just shows you that there's plenty of other nations also still represented within the squad, and we're going to keep it that way. But if we can find good talents from Portugal, we're going to bring them in. Of course, we're going to bring them in. So that is the third choice for you guys. The fourth and last option is West Ham. Again, another team that is kind of in between the Aston Villas and the Southamptons and then the Wolves. We would put them right in between. So I wanted to make sure that I give you guys options in all categories within the Premier League. One thing that I didn't do is Leeds United. First of all, I've done a Leeds United career mode in the past, so I wasn't really too keen on it. I still remember Kluivert, Emre Mor. They are still in my head when we used them for Leeds United, and they were class, by the way. But Leeds United is also being abused and used so many times on YouTube these days. So I kind of wanted to stay a little bit further away from the teams that have already been used by my colleagues. So right now, this is the fourth option. West Ham, who are currently having a good run of games. A team that has somehow found their new striker in Michail Antonio, who is just doing bits for them at the moment, with an amazing midfielder, in my opinion, in Soucek right here, who is class. Then you have Declan Rice, the big talent that is being chased by Chelsea. You have Fornals, who has been brought in as a player that should potentially play centrally. Now he's playing on the wings. Felipe Anderson out on loan, I believe, at Porto. So we would probably bring him back because he's definitely going to be better than Fornals. Then you have players like Bowen down the right-hand side, while Yarmolenko is sitting on the bench. You also have Lanzini sitting on the bench, who has scored that absolute banger against Tottenham, so that was a big one. Haller is still on the bench. He is looking for some play time. Just in general, West Ham again have some great players in there, but so much to improve. So many things that we can improve within the squad. Once again, Masuaku, potentially not good enough. Cresswell, potentially not good enough. Fornals, definitely not good enough, and I would much rather use him centrally. Ogbonna, too old by now. Diop, great talent, someone that we can focus on to build a new defense around. Kufal coming in down right-hand side, looking actually pretty decent, so we're going to leave him in the squad for now. But there are plenty of options to make this team a better team? Are we forever blowing bubbles? I don't know. You guys will have to decide in the poll down below. The power is within your hands. And as I mentioned many times by now, this next career mode is going to be looked at, for me personally, as the first proper FIFA 21 career mode. The Liverpool one, as I mentioned, we went the safe route. Now we're about to have some fun, and it gets you guys involved as much as possible, have a lot of engagement, and just have fun with it, man. I'm so looking forward to this, because this is not the Liverpools, the Uniteds, the Cities. This is gonna be a massive challenge with the new difficulty mode, with the competitive mode put into the game. I will have such a hard time to be able to get to a point where we can actually challenge for titles. And the beauty about all these teams that I've mentioned to you is, because of the development plan that is now in FIFA, and because of dynamic potential, we can basically buy any talent, 70 to 75 rated, and we can make them the best player ever. And I'm so looking forward to it. With the Youth Academy as well now in these career modes, we're going to bring up some massive players like we did with Leyton Orient, where we had the Davis players, where we had Cook and all those guys. We're going to have that same type of experience in these ones as well. Again, if I didn't pick any of the teams that you guys would have liked to see, I'm sorry about it, but I feel like these ones are the perfect ones for the career mode that I have in my head, and for the career mode that I believe is going to be the most entertaining, the most engaging, and just the perfect choice for the channel after the Liverpool career mode. So let me know. Description down below, there is that link, the straw poll link. Click on it, get involved, vote, vote, vote. All right, thank you guys so much for watching this one. Appreciate you all. Have a great day. I'm looking forward to your decision. Take care and peace.